I think there's a cumulative effect of doing something for a long time and of splitting these two or having them two work in conflict with each other for a longer and longer period of time. You know, doing it for the first 2 years was much easier than doing it for the last 6 months, although it was pretty much exactly the same in terms of time commitment, for example, and the hours worked and what I've been doing on a day-to-day basis. It was very different doing it at the end than it was at the beginning. So that would just have continued, I think. I've said in other videos, there are lots of things that I was going towards as far as going towards therapy, but I was also coming away from something which was distressing and problematic. From emotional symptoms, you might say, this would have meant that I wouldn't have been or wasn't the husband, father, friend, son that I would have wanted to have been. I think that would have got worse. I think doing something like that for longer, that would have adversely affected in terms of my values and what's important to me, all the relationships around me, with this cumulative effect of continuing to do it. And also, as I've got older, you know, now over 50, I noticed that lots of things in life do improve in some ways, but there are also ways in which it becomes more difficult. So physical illness becomes more common, bereavements become more common, diagnosis of illness, that kind of thing. There is often a lot to carry. I think if I was doing that job that I was doing, frustrated, annoyed, not getting much from my job, I would absolutely not have been able to be the dad that I wanted to be to my daughter. So changing direction has avoided living this kind of defensive life, which have had was having adverse effects on me, on relationships, and has meant that life is profoundly